Hey, what's up guys, it's TBone here. Welcome to another episode of playing Heavenly Spires. Today we're going to be covering floors 1-11 to 1-15. Just a quick note, I might not be able to do the event preview for the next event since it will be right on Christmas Day and I'll be spending it with family and friends. I will try to have a video mid-event before the new year, so I wanted to wish everybody a happy holiday. Before I begin today's episode, I just wanted to make a public service announcement. There was a comment on one of my previous videos that talked about the lag experienced when playing the game, which ultimately makes the experience of playing the game very painful. The experience described to me was a lag that happens inside a fight, where after matching gems, the game then continues to lag for a while, and by the time it finishes loading, the boss has been defeated. Now the thinking is that the enhanced animation could be the cause of the lag, so question is, what can be done? We have an option to use high resolution graphics. Could it also provide an additional option for lower resolution graphics than the default? Would that fix the issue? Since I don't experience on my phone, I never really thought about it. So yesterday I tried a game on a couple of different devices, iPhone 6, a Samsung tablet, and an iPad. I got different experiences on each device. Mostly when I do encounter issues, they were crashes. My initial test on the iPhone 6 was that it crashes before I can even enter the game, but I have not updated iOS on it yet, so I don't know if that's the cause. On the tablet, it definitely takes a lot longer to load the game, and the overall response time felt sluggish. I would try to scroll but then would open a pack instead or enter an incorrect boss due to the slow response time. But once I entered the fight, it was still playable for me. I just didn't quite experience the kind of lag inside the fight itself. But just because it didn't happen to me doesn't mean that it didn't happen to others. I don't know the extent of it, but what I do hear from other chat rooms is that there are players who experience these type of issues with their games, whether it be lags or crashes, and they don't feel like they're heard, which makes it even more frustrating. Personally, I believe in having open communication with everyone, including communication between players and developers, so I wanted to take this time and talk about what options you have to reach out if you're facing an issue where your gameplay is really impacted by the game performance. I don't want to make any assumptions about your devices and what is supported because I honestly don't know, but that is something that the game team should be able to provide. There are different ways the network has provided for you to reach out to them, and some of you may not know all of them, so what I wanted to do is provide these options. The first thing you could do is file a support ticket from within the game. If you can't log into the game, I have the link here to the help center so that you can see it in the description below. The second thing is going to the forums to post your experience. I have the link to one of these posts that talks about issues others have faced since upgrading to 2.5.8. This is where I think if you face an issue when playing the game, you should voice your concerns there. The best information to provide are the devices you're using, whether it's an iPhone or an Android device, the operating system you're using, and what you're actually experiencing. A video capture would be the best way to share the issue. My hope is that with more reports of issues that people are experiencing, it provides more data that can help the game team understand the scope of your problems. Then with that information, the game team can then provide more concrete information about device support or if it's an actual issue that they can fix. Finally, there's also a network app, but currently the channels have a 400 user limit and quite a few of them are already pretty full. But if you're able to get in, that will be a good place to provide feedback too. Again, I have the links to them below in the description as well. So if you haven't signed into the forums before, or if you felt like it's an issue that only you're facing, you're not alone. Use the resources that are available to provide your side of the story. If you're playing on a supported device and you're unable to play the game as you would expect, you should be able to get the support you need. Whether it ends up being an issue with the device no longer being supported or an issue that is caused by other factors, you as a player deserve to be given that information. And hopefully, with the links provided, you'll be able to do so. I don't know if the issues with the game lagging or any other crashes that players are facing will be fixed, but I do hope that players get some good feedback on what's going on and what are the plans to help those who aren't able to enjoy this game. Now, on to the episode. For these fights, as much as I could, I try to mix teams using cards more people should have access to. It did make the fights longer, but hopefully it's more helpful for you as you reach these floors. Enjoy!